Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I am a few minutes late. However, I did warn you. I had a housekeeper. Well, actually, today was like the day that she was doing the walkthrough. So, um, yeah, day 2. How did everyone feel after yesterday? Was there anything that happened for anyone? I would love to know. I know that yesterday might have been a first time for a lot of you guys. Just inviting some people and making sure it's getting shared out to where it needs to go. Okay. Cool. Hi JJ, say hi when you're here. As usual, I have to put a little heart in my own comments on Facebook for me to even see, although it did show me that JJ was here, so that's good. Instagram. As you guys know, I'm doing the 11 days of Dragon Invocation and Teachings to do a couple of things. The first thing is to honestly get all of my audiences on all of the yeah, watch the replay, JJ. That was a good one. So I'm doing these dragon activations from yesterday until the 24th, so 11 days, for a couple of reasons. The first reason really is to get both of my audiences on Instagram and Facebook, their energies merged together, so you guys can all be connected into the same chain of energy that I am working with, and that when you see these different posts and these different platforms, you're like, okay, yeah, dragons, dragon energy, source energy, soul frequency, vocal toning, higher frequencies, 5th dimension, 7th dimension, 9th dimension. Yeah, totally. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that we did just go through a super huge cosmic shift yesterday. I talked a lot more on it. I'll just touch on Monday was 11/11. The 11/11 portal is one of the strongest portals of the entire year. Each month on the day, so there's a 1/1 portal, a 2/2 portal, a 8/8 portal. Lionsgate in August, which is super intense, especially if you're a Leo. But the 11/11 portal is something that astrologically everyone's been gearing up for, because what was channeled down through the entire consciousness onto the light grid was 5th dimensional consciousness. So that means that we can actually tap into 5th dimensional consciousness very simply and easily now. It's here now. So if you have felt a kind of like you've just gotten out of a really good meditation, but it's like 4 days later and you can't figure out why you haven't come down yet, it's because this is just where we're at. This is exactly where the energy is going to stay from now on. Like literally from now on, you just expect to feel this way. So if you're having ascension symptoms, so headaches, nausea, fever, like any of those up level symptoms, reach out to me, because those are not actually normal. It's not normal or in alignment or in integrity for your body to essentially seem like it's rejecting higher levels frequencies. And when it happens, it's because your energy field is so capable of holding these really high level frequencies, but you don't have the embodiment known inside of your actual physical body. So you don't know how to actually embody and integrate all of these energies, and so your physical body is it's at war with the higher energies that you're trying to bring in. And the best way to connect those is through voice, through song, through somato releases, through worth exercises. Oh my god, headaches for days. Yeah, totally, JJ, that's totally normal thing, especially with the full moon. Full moons will bring on migraines and headaches already. So then not only was there the 11/11 portal, but the next day there was a full moon in Taurus. And also on 11/11, Mercury passed like directly in front of the moon, or in front of the sun, which is something really astrologically significant. I guess it only happens like 13 times a century. So, and it was in retrograde, and it's in retrograde. So I don't really know a lot about astrology. It's not my forte. but I do have a lot of friends that talk about it, so I tend to like kind of pick up a little bit here and there. I'm much more interested in being able to figure out how to harness the energy of our celestial bodies, celestial neighbors, and like focus it here into the 3D realm, because everything that I teach as a dragon doula is about birthing your higher self. So birthing your 7th and 5th dimensional self here in the 3rd dimensional realm of Earth. So that's why I'm doing this for the next 11 days, just to get you guys all on the same page, get you all understanding where I'm at, and also to teach you about dragons. They're super friendly. They're here to help us. They really want us to onboard all the information that's come through. And yesterday we had the Dusty Pink Dragon from Andromeda, or Andromeda, depending on how you pronounce it. And we aligned all the chakras using her mantra. So if you missed that Instagram, I am sorry. You'll have to come find me on Facebook or wait for the upload to IGTV. I think it might actually still be up because I didn't do yesterday's live until 4 p.m. So like for another hour. And then Facebook, of course, it's just on my page. You can see yesterday's if you weren't there. Today's dragon is the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. He is a badass. I'm going to show it down here to Instagram and then up here to Facebook, okay? So this is the Royal Blue Dragon. Sorry, the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. He is awesome. He's holding this cloak and the sword. He's very closely related, or works very closely with Archangel Michael. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty, and wear your cloak of power with pride. So what this dragon, I was meditating with him before I came on live so that I could be tuned into why he came out for us. And he's here to let you know that all of the information that you have downloaded since 11/11 and since the full moon, and that's going to keep onboarding. If you guys heard me telling it yesterday, the 11/11 portal opened, but then we still have the 12/12 to go through and a whole bunch of other astrology stuff going on, so it's going to be really intense until through January. And as I said, it's actually, this is where it's going to stay. If you are having a really hard time holding this energy and you're like, when am I going to get a break? Then we need to talk, because it's not happening. There is no more breaks. Break time is over. We only have like 47 days left in this whole year, and starting in 2020, it's just go, 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 go. A lot of stuff might be coming up from like 7 years ago. That's because we are ending a 7-year cycle that started 12/20/2012. That's also coming to an end. So if you had like a bunch of money issues going on back then, and money issues are coming up again, it's because like the dragons and the universe and source and your higher self is telling you, like, get your shit together. Grab the bull by the horns. That's what this whole Taurus full moon was about 2 days ago. Like, drop the bullshit and grab the bull by the horns and get it done. Like, do the work. Make the investment. Do the scary thing. And just drop the excuses. Drop the bullshit. Drop this whole idea that you're not worth all the power that's been given to you, which is why the Royal Blue and Gold Dragons are here to tell you, like, you wouldn't have received all of the downloads into your system that's causing the quote-unquote ascension sickness if you weren't actually worthy of having it. And so much of that ascension sickness comes from not feeling that you're worth all of these amazing things that you can see. So I tend to work a lot with women, spiritual entrepreneurs who are probably psychic in some way, who do have psychic gifts, do have metaphysical abilities, who at least are tuning into the metaphysical world every now and then. Full moons, new moons, tarot, all this stuff. You've got all the tools in your toolbox, and now it's just getting bigger and bigger, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to hold this, I don't know how I'm going to hold this. Or you start envisioning this grand, amazing vision for your life, and you're just like, I don't know how I have enough value to give the world that would merit me receiving all these wonderful things that I am seeing are coming to me. And that causes a frequency dissonance in your system. And when that happens, that's when you experience these quote-unquote ascension sicknesses. And it's so important for me to talk about this right now, because it's literally all my freaking news feeds are filled with right now. Like, that's it. It's just all these amazing, high level, usually super high vibe, usually super on top of it people just bitching about Mercury retrograde or going off about everything that's happened since 11/11, and just like, it's not even like a whining, but they're just like, oh, ascension sickness, all up, like it's supposed to be normal, and it's not normal. I don't experience ascension sickness or up leveling, and I up level at rapid fire speeds. That's the other reason why I don't experience it, though. By the time my body has even a chance to understand what I just did, I'm already moving through to the next ascension, and that's because I'm no longer quantum leaping. I'm in quantum flight. And every once in a while, the talons of my feet touch the top of a mountain, and maybe you take a little rest here and there. But there's not really a lot of resting on your laurels when you're a dragon, when you're out to change the freaking world, when you're here to be the mega billionaire Buddha, someone who has so much karuna compassion inside of her and wants to change the world, and yet also really loves Jimmy Choo's. Who wants to be walking around in a custom embroidered medieval gown talking to dragons while ending hunger in Africa. Those are the people that I work with, and those are the people that I can't stand watching them talk about things that they think are normal, but they're actually not. It's total victim mentality to ever cave in and say that you are experiencing an up-level symptom or an ascension sickness or any of these same things. Yeah, Dominique, the energy has been really beautiful, and I'm glad that it has been beautiful for you. I've noticed that it's been jiving. One thing I would say is make sure you're not closing yourself off. That's something that I am noticing actually with a lot of the people that are loving this energy. I'm reading that they're loving it because they're not actually letting in the fullness of the energy that's ready to hit them. I'm loving it too, but I'm actually kind of terrified. It's like when I was about to jump out of an airplane. That's kind of how I've actually felt since 11/11. This like heart palpitation, like kind of heavy to breathe. I've been going to hot yoga. I've gone to like 3 yoga classes in 2 days when I hadn't been to a yoga class in like 7 months. I don't know, since like April or May or something was the last time that I went to an actual yoga class. And then I've been to 3 in the last 2 days because there's all this energy just like working itself through my body, and I know how important it is for me to clear the toxins. So I've actually been going to like hot yoga classes too, just to like get that extra detox. I'm not a huge water drinker. Usually it's not coded for things that I need, and I've just been chugging. This is probably like my 5th one of these today, and it's a pretty big water bottle. 750 milliliters. I don't know, it's kind of old, but it's a pretty big one, and this is like my 5th one because I've just been cleansing. And as I've said before, ascension is 99% clearing, 1% thrust. So if you are experiencing it as beautiful, I would challenge you to open yourself up a little bit more, because it can be absolutely beautiful, but it should also be really freaking terrifying at the same time because of what the royal blue and gold dragons are saying. So I did get the prompt to read from the book to you guys. So remember that I draw these cards every day from the Dragon Oracle deck by Darian Cooper. If you do one of my bespoke dragon invocations, which are for my new clients only, I pull 3 or 4 cards from this deck for you, and we do a reading, as well as your own vocal toning, which is what I do here in this group, we'll get to in a minute. But the blue and gold dragon, he is a 5th dimensional dragon, and they come to us when they see royal and blue gold in our auras, indicating that we hold wisdom with power in perfect balance, which has been earned from our connections with the golden era of Atlantis. The dragons will swirl around us, reminding us who we truly are and breathing light into our energy fields to reawaken our ancient gifts and talents so that we can utilize them once more in service. They will re-energize our cloak of power and wisdom so that we can wear it with pride. So again, here is the dragon, and he's holding that sword, Archangel Michael's sword, and then that beautiful cloak here as well. Instagram, there you go, there's a closer look. Sorry, I've got like Facebook and Instagram both going on. So the message when you pull this card is a royal blue and golden dragon is lighting up the gifts and talents you carry in your aura. It is breathing courage, support, and dignity into you so that you can wear your cloak of power and wisdom with pride. Most important of all, it is awakening you to who you truly are. It is enabling you to radiate your special light. This dragon is always with you. It holds your sword of truth, so Archangel Michael can ensure you speak and act with truth and honor at all times. It roars at those who try to diminish you and befriends those who empower you. You have all the support you need to teach divine majesty by example. So really, this dragon has come to us today as number 2 of our 11 days to let us know that now that the dusty pink dragon from Andromeda, we put all of our chakras into alignment in higher love. We really solidified everything that had happened during the 11/11 portal and the full moon in Taurus and Taurus, not Taurus, Taurus. Bolana Torres, please come to engineering. Sorry, little Voyager just came at me. Side note, we almost named my daughter Bolana, but I digress. So in Taurus, this beaver moon, this frost moon that we just had, this dragon is saying, like, you have it all. It's already in your aura, and he wants me to do this toning for you to once again just solidify it. So these lives are not going to be as long as my normal ones, so we'll be done in like the next 10 minutes. I'm going to go into the toning now. So if you've never experienced a toning, and yes, I will be describing this every time, so those of you who are super awesome and you're joining me every day, you're going to be just as good at my little elevator speech as I am by the end of this. But what I do is I tone through my vocal cords a soul frequency. So when I'm working with one-on-one clients, I'm actually channeling their highest self's frequency back to them. And it's the reason why instead of having a 6 or 12 month package, my clients work with me for 6 to 12 weeks. Again, quantum flight, baby. Like, you're ready on your dragon by the time you're done working with me, because you've been in active labor for way too long. It's why I call myself the dragon doula, because there are so many people who are just about to birth their higher selves and they get super scared and they're like stuck in that ring of fire and they're just sitting there teetering over the edge. They're like gonna take the step and then they're not, and then they're gonna push, and then all of a sudden they hear like, don't push, and like, push that baby out, push that dragon out, dig deep and make the noise. And when a woman is birthing, she is making noise, okay? And you need to roar and you need to embody it. And a lot of the work that I do with my clients is movement-based, is voice-based, is taking a lot of those things that you've probably worked with other coaches and finally, like, getting rid of that story, completely rewriting it. First off, like, within the first 2 weeks, everything that you're like, oh yeah, that's always been an issue, it's done. You have no emotional charge to it anymore. And this happens because not only are we working through it in a normal, coaching type environment, but you have a vocal, I toned you your soul frequency, so you essentially have this song that you can listen to at any time that will immediately drop you into your body, will immediately drop you into your higher self. So you're simultaneously occupying the 13th dimension and the 3rd dimension in your body at the same time. Whoop, really solid. And the blue and gold dragon today is just coming in as like, sing them my song, sing them the song of wisdom and power held in perfect balance, held in perfect harmony, because so many of us are on the brink of something amazing and huge, and we're just a little bit too terrified that we're not good enough, that we don't actually have the truth to speak, that we're not completely solid in our message, that we're not completely solid in our why, that we're not completely solid in our worth to receive all the beautiful gifts that we can see, that we have the value to then give away to then merit the reception of all those beautiful things. So this dragon, so when I do these group tonings, what I'm doing is I am actually toning through my vocal cords. Since this is only one specific dragon, it's him, his tone is going to be coming through my voice. If you have been in some of my other ones where I've pulled multiple dragons, it's all of them. It's my dragon. When I say higher self and dragon, speaking about you, I'm talking about the same thing. So your dragon is your higher self. I just have way more fun imagining my higher self as a really big badass dragon than I do imagining a bubbly orb of light or anything like that. So that's just me. So group activations are a little bit different. And again, just really quick to run through. Most people should not be needing a clearing right now. Really, 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 with the amount of work that's been done, even if you haven't even gone to a single meditation, every light worker on the planet, every dark worker on the planet, every person who has ever picked up a tarot deck probably has been working through the grid over the last week. So clearing has been happening and happening. Healing has been happening and happening. So any sloppy energetics that have happened in the past, any sloppy clearings, any cords that were created when you were supposed to be getting a clearing, those are being healed away. And then most of all, right now, is this activation of the crystalline DNA. So the activation of your dragon DNA within your chromosomes. So you don't only have carbon-based chromosomes, but you actually have crystalline chromosomes as well. And then 12 additional strands of pure energy surrounding each one of your DNA strands. And science can actually prove the energy signatures around your DNA. It's really cool. And they actually will blast apart, they've blasted apart carbon DNA and then it will come back. They put photons around a strand of DNA and then they blasted it so that the carbon was like completely disintegrated. But the light, the photons came back and reorganized in the shape of a DNA. So light actually can remember matter. So light remembers what matters, which is why you get these clearings and these clearings and these healings and these clearings and these healings and these clearings and these healings and these clearings. And you're doing it for 20 years. And you're like, yeah, I got childhood shit. Yeah, I got that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this happened to me in college. Oh, my first husband was this. And it's because the light grid is just regurgitating back to you. And if you don't think you're actually worth the shift, if you don't think you're actually worth the changes that would happen in your life, if you could really, truly, and completely drop the emotional or energetic charge around these stories, when you can actually believe those things is when those stories you don't think about them anymore. They're just something that you tell a client every now and then. There's no energy to it. You don't need to have it cleaned anymore. But how many of you have been getting past life clearings for like 10 years? How many of you have gotten childhood traumas for like forever? How many of you have like the same childhood story that you tell over and over and over and over again because it justifies who you are and what you do and how you are and blah, 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 blah. And you've done all these clearings, you've done all these healings, and yet it always still keeps coming back, and you just think, just like the ascension sickness, oh, this is just normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to have to clear the same wound over and over and over again. If you are working with someone who actually is a master alchemist, if you are working with someone who actually is able to control energy and focus the direction in which this emotional charge goes, then you will never, ever, ever, ever have to work on these issues again. The problem is that 99.9999999999999% of healers out there, they don't even believe in their abilities. They don't believe that they're strong enough to heal you. They don't believe that they have the ability to do all this amazing work on the world. That's the reason why there's this healer wound too. This whole idea that you can't charge for your services or you can't be super spiritual and woke and also drive a Bentley. That's all bullshit. And that is, again, that balance. I've been talking a lot about balance. Kali Ma and Kuan Yin, power and wisdom, spirituality and prosperity. They all get to be together as of solidly here in 3D as of Monday, guys. Like, that's how new this is. As of Monday, the 11/11 portal was opening up and solidifying this both and energy. Both and. No more either or. No more you get to be a saint or you get to be a mega billionaire. No more you get to change the world or you get to live this life of amazing adventures for yourself. Everything is both and, both and. And if you can't figure out how to do both and, then you probably need someone in your life who can show you how to do both and. Because you are capable of it, you are strong enough to do it, you have the energy to do it, and the dragons are here to support you. You are source energy. You are tapped directly into source. You, source energy. I know it's scary to hear that. It's like bouncing inside of you. You're like, the fuck? I'm not source. I'm just a human. No, hear this now. Believe me later. You, source energy. That's you. That's the reason why you can do, be, have everything you desire and can imagine, plus so much more that your brain currently can't even begin to comprehend. So the blue and gold dragon is here today to tell you that he sees you, Archangel. Instagram, that was a problem. To continue experiencing issues, please restart. I have to do this whole post again over here in Facebook land. So hold on, Instagram. Hi, everyone over on Instagram. I'm just reposting here on Facebook because it just like cut out right in the middle of what I was saying. I don't know who you are, but you are not going to be coming onto my live. Invocation Day 2, Part 2. Live video. Dun dun dun. Okay. Try again. So weird. I don't understand. Why am I do understand. It's because I was getting passionate. Y'all saw me getting all passionate and stuff, and Facebook got all mad about it. So silly. So. Hi, I'm back. Facebook. Just so you guys know, Facebook constantly does stuff like that to me. So don't ever think that it's you. If one of my live streams just like stops, it's totally me, like 100% me. I start speaking super intense truth. I start speaking super intense knowing about the dark, about your ability to create, how you are source and you aren't owned by anyone. You notice how that's when it happened? I started talking about how you're source energy and how you actually have the ability to have everything that you want and more. And that's when Facebook cut out. So we're just going to do a little bit of saging and see if anyone comes back on. Invite some friends here. Yeah, so we're going to do the vocal toning here in just a second. I just want to make sure that everyone gets re-invited. You know what, actually, no, we're not even going to mess with it. We're not even going to mess with it. Hi, Dominique, you found me. So sorry. So, okay, so wherever you are in your space, I want you to just do a little bit of stretching. Like, put your hands up in the air, lean over to the right. Oh, feel that stretch in your side body, tuck your arm, your right arm underneath your ear, and really make sure you're opening. Pull that left shoulder back. Inhale to come up, and then exhale over to the left. Stretch long through the neck. Same thing. Keep those shoulders in the same plane. And inhale up, and then rest your arms down. And I want you to go up again with your arms. Really expand that wingspan. You are a dragon. You have wings. Even if you're more related to a water dragon, they still have the ability to go all the way into those depths and then all the way back up again. And then one more deep breath in. And out. Oh my God. Ah! Hello, everybody, you guys. Why? Facebook just stopped again. This is gonna be a 3-part Facebook. Guys. I am so amused and yet so annoyed at the same time. Because twice I understand, but like cutting me off again when I hadn't even been live for another 5 minutes. What I think is happening, honestly, is that this blue and gold dragon is like, get your shit together and just do it already. I've been sitting here for 25 minutes. It's going good, except for I've been doing this live stream. So, Facebook, I'm back again. We're just gonna jump into it. So we stretched for like 3 minutes on the last side of it, and we're gonna get into the vocal toning. So what you're gonna do for this is you're just gonna receive it. You're just gonna receive the sounds that are coming out of my voice. You're going to open your energy fields, knowing that it's safe, knowing that what I'm doing is sending the soul frequency of the royal blue and gold dragons to you, into your body stream, into your body, and embodying everything that you've downloaded since 11/11, embodying everything that has happened since the Taurus full moon, embodying everything that you wanted this year, this decade. We're in the last 48 days of this decade, and a lot of stuff is ready to onboard and physicalize and manifest fully in your physical realm. So let's go ahead, take a nice deep breath in and close your eyes. And then exhale audibly. And one more time in through your nose. All the way, expand completely. And exhale. And then this last time, breathe in. And as you exhale, also just shake it out. Sometimes you just gotta shake it out. Oh, your neck. Okay. So, calling in wherever you are, just sit comfortably. I'm feeling super grounded right now, actually, that we're not floating around too high. But if you feel like you're floaty or need a way to ground, go ahead and just ground in. Imagine that beautiful dragon's tail coming out from the base of your spine, going all the way down through the earth, through the rocks, past the crystals, through the magma, and down to hollow earth, where Sophia Gaia is being serenaded by Seraphim, the archangel of vibration and music. And then, not Seraphim, Sandalphon. Sorry, Seraphim are the dragons. And that's the direction we're going now. So once you're rooted down into the heart of hollow earth, follow that energy line all the way back up your feet, up your legs, up your chakra, through your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your hara space, your solar plexus chakra, up to your heart, up to your high heart, up to your throat, high up to your third eye, to your crown, up to the causal chakra, to the soul star, to the stellar gateway chakra, all the way up to the cosmic center of the universe, where Sophia, Christ, and the Seraphim dragons that breathed life into this whole universe are. And there you go. Now everyone is completely linked up. Their human body acting as the vehicle, connecting the higher dimensions to the lower dimensions. And now you are in a state to receive fully this message from the royal blue and gold dragons, that you are absolutely precious, that you are a gem, that you have the ability to hold power and wisdom, to hold spirituality and prosperity, to hold grace and hold anger. Because cause and effect, the law of polarity, where is it that dull ends and sharp begins? Where is it where dark ends and light begins? What is that moment where color ends and grayscale begins? It really is such a subjective experience, and our stories are the subject of our lives, and we have the capacity and the ability and the power to rewrite our stories and to completely, once and for all, be rid of these stories that have held us back for so long. Archangel Michael is the archangel that these dragons are most closely related to, and I know that he has been doing a lot of work cutting cords, and he is here again just to make sure that not only do you know that he can cut cords, but you can too. You have your own sword of truth. In fact, feel that now in your dominant hand, the hand that you would be using to slice with. I want you to feel the heaviness of that sword of truth. There you go. And in your other hand, your non-dominant hand, I want you to see a bowl of water, actually, is what's coming to mind. This smooth flow, this Kuan Yin compassion. I'm really feeling that dusty pink dragon from Andromeda kind of coming back in, dropping us back in, reminding us that all this energy, all these emotions that we feel, all this energy in motion, our emotions, are here to help us direct our frequencies. We can take all of that rage and anger and frustration and hurt and everything that we feel on such a regular basis, and we can direct it and focus it and blast it towards demolishing those injustices in our lives that I know that so many of you are passionate about changing, and so many of you are healing your money story only for the purpose of accruing enough wealth that you can make significant changes in this planet, because you understand that money is not the root of all evil. Money is energy. You are energy. Therefore, money and you are the same. Just like you and dragons are the same, you and fairies, you and mermaids, you and the sun, you and the planets, you and your higher self, all one and the same. It's just that right now, in this point of time in the cosmos, you have also chosen to physicalize in 3D, and you are ready now to birth your dragon self here on planet Earth, and you have had the channel open, and it is time to push, baby. So let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, and then just receive this toning of the royal blue and gold dragons into your auric field and into your physical body, and all the way down to the subatomic levels of your DNA. So deep breath in, all the way to the top, spine nice and straight, connecting once again to Sophia Christ, all the way down to Sophia Gaia, and then back up to Sophia Christ, closing that loop within you. myself back into the room, back into this space. Oh, and we lost Facebook again. I am just giving up on Facebook. I might just log back on for them. Yeah. So weird that it kept doing that. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to see how this lands for you, and remember to join me tomorrow for day 3 for whichever dragon comes to join us. And I hope that you have a beautiful day.